Hello, crafty friends. Welcome to my craft room. I'm Yvonne with Omjour, On My Mind, Journaling, and More. And today I am back in my craft room, finally getting ready to open and start working on my March signature. I am just really getting back from another trip with my daughter and her husband, and then I spent an extra day to go to the scrapbook exchange by myself. I spent 4 hours in that store, 4 hours, and I came home with a lot of papers and art, some stamps, and just all kinds of things. I spent a whopping $18. So the prices in that place are extremely good. Um, so, but that brings me to my March signature that I haven't done a thing in. Not even my scrap a day page. This is where we literally left off. Um, and I think that's why these things are in here, is I was going to try to punch out of this maybe, and maybe this and this. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I have a bunch of other things to stuff in here. I have a lot of stuff I stuffed in here. I haven't printed any March pictures because literally today is St. Patrick's Day, actually, which I pulled out and sent um, in Melissa's pocket swap. And I haven't done the first page in here. So bear with me this month. And I know that because of my work travel and now summer, we're getting to be spring. Friday is the first day of spring. And then we'll open up the camper, we'll be spending time there. And then, in between work travel is fun travel. So I feel like my journaling this time of year is a lot of catch up. So it's part of it. It doesn't really stress me out. If it stresses you out, I apologize. You can skip forward or rewind. Sorry, I'm having to let the dogs in. It's they like to go in and out and sun on the back porch. Um, but then they get out there and they want to be in here with me. Let's see. I think I want to get some of that green pineapple on this page a day. So it's a lot of fun to look back on the page a day, or so far I've done January and February. And I really have enjoyed going back through. I think I want to cut this way. And I think I'll be able to better tell that it's a pineapple. There we go. So I have a pineapple square. I'm going to pop these down so I can get rid of some of this bulky that's in this journal. That's the only bad thing about doing the stuff and go method is it's hard then to journal with everything stuffed behind it if you have a lot of bulky things, which apparently I do. So I don't know why, but I feel the need to keep this little scrap of pineapple. And I think I'm going to release the rest of it. And then this, I'm not sure how this is going to cut out. This is off of one of the dog treats we buy for our dogs. They love these things. So I'm going to add that. I'm not going to save any of that. I wonder if if I should peel it. If I can. I can't. So I'm going to cut that little flip edge off without trying to cut the rest of it apart. There, I did make a little divot in it, but I'm still going to use it. So I have this one. Oops. I should have left well enough alone, but I think once I get it on the page, I won't really be able to tell. So there's that. And remember, this is just to get started in the book. It's like to start a page at the front that you kind of know what you're going to do. And it's not, supposedly for me, it's not going to be as daunting. So I'm not sure what I was going to cut out of this, but I think I need to put something behind it. So I think I'm going to do this. Let's see if I can get that QR code maybe. Unlock the fun, it says. Let's see. I'm going to cut a little more off the bottom. And let me just get rid of the rest of this crunkly so it doesn't drive us crazy. And then I'm putting this piece of cardstock underneath it because I don't think it would go through that plastic. Yeah, see, I'm struggling here. There we go. It didn't cut all the way through, so I'm glad I put the cardstock there. Okay. Might as well use that. I was going to cut a different piece from that Bath and Body Works, but I might as well just use the one I just cut out. Why not? So this goes 5 across. So I have one more across. Okay, I'll use this. There we go. Now that's shiny paper, so what did I say was today is the 17th. Not sure, that's all in my stash. I am going to cut one more out of here. Let's see, because I thought it was very pretty. I liked the colors. And I think I wanted to do over here. So, yep, the colors right there. Very springy to me. Set that aside. All right, so that gets that going. I've been wanting to put a quote at the bottom of these pages. So this is not glued in because I'm not sure if that's going to be the quote for March yet or not. So I don't have any other things I thought I was going to use for this. It may be in the stash over here, but I'm just not sure. So I'm going to just start flipping and see what I've got in here and see. This is the lid to a peanut butter container. 3-1 is just a list. I started a list of things to do. I'm not sure where the peanut butter container came in, other than maybe it's a piece for the scrap a day. I'm going to do that. Let's see if we can get Peter Pan in there. Yep. There we go. Put that over to the side in case there was something different I was supposed to do with that. You ever get an idea, walk away from it, and then like, What was I going to do with this? It'll come to me. If it was an idea, it will come to me. Okay, peanut butter. Well, there is a story that I wanted to document. Might have been from February because I think I just finished, put it in my February signature, which is right here. I've got to peek. Whoops. Sorry. So see how fun it is to look back on? I think it is. And, you know, I loved this paper. This was a gift bag that I kind of pulled pieces and parts of for almost 2 years now. And I think this was the last little bit of it. And so travel, coffee, and such. This is from my favorite glue. So my favorite popcorn. And here's the quote for February. February is the border between winter and spring. And so in here, trying not to knock the camera, I thought I did a story about peanut butter. Well, no, it's not a story. I wrote about my hotel breakfast go-to meal. It's peanut butter toast with honey drizzled on it. Okay, so that's what I was thinking was the story, which I did do some journaling on there. Okay. All right. So maybe that peanut butter was supposed to be in February. All right. So I do have a photo for the first, but I'm not going to go stop and go through my March capsule. I will show it to you. I pared it down a lot and only put things in here that I think I will have a good shot of using this month, including I have ambitions of doing some paper sewing. And isn't that a beautiful color? I just bought that. So, like I said, I'm not going to start and stop and go through the capsule at this point in time. So the first and the second, I don't have pictures or anything that I can think of. The third, so I do have some stuff stashed in here. So let's see if I can get rid of some of the bulk. Chick-fil-A for lunch. So this is the third. And I might just put them down. And if it gets in the way later when I go to add to the pages, I'll have to figure it out then. Went and got my nails done. Have a receipt there, but I don't know if I have a picture or not. And oh, well, this will go into the January signature, but look at this. Gas. I just literally put a mark in my January signature on the cost of page of gas at like 2 something per gallon. I got gas and it's $3.09 per gallon now. So what is the third? Is the third a Tuesday? Let's see. March 3rd is a Tuesday. So it's the tacos. Taco Tuesday again. I don't think I'm going to keep the receipt, but I have a little flip here that I could use. If I want to have a pocket, which I'm going to have a pocket, but I've got to figure this out. I'm just going to cut this off. I think I just didn't worry about it. Oh, you can't see it. So the pocket is like a half a pocket because this page I kind of pieced together, Frankenstein together. So this was some scrapbook paper and this was a scrap of an envelope, I think. And so I'm left with this weird shape of a pocket. And so I think I'm just going to kind of cut it. and make it look like it was meant to be that way. And cut this piece off and make it right into a pocket. So let me think about a pocket. I just need glue here and here. Okay. Glue here and here. Fold that up. Hope that's enough of a pocket. And do I want the taco dinner as a tag? Oh, it's ripped. So if I do want it as a tag, I'm going to have to glue something on the back of that. Or I can just, you'll see me reach for my older scissors on things like this. I don't know if it makes any difference whatsoever, but I'm not going to do that now. I'll decide that later. But I am going to just put this Chick-fil-A thing on. Chick-fil-A actually comes to my office once a week. Yay! Just what I need. What I haven't figured out is date tiles. So I think a date can go right here. I'm not going through paper right now. But I am just going to put this down. I'll use it as a little bit of a background. And then it won't be falling out, bulky, messing up the rest of the days. Just stick it down right there as part of the background. This is a little sticker that was on my sandwich. I'll glue that down some too. Okay. And I'm going to put the date thing down there to remind me to put the date tile down here. I'm going to leave that. I was going to glue it, but in case I want to layer something underneath it, I'll just leave it like that. All right. And I won't keep this, but I'm going to put that in there to remind me. And the 4th, let's see, I do have something stuck here. Always make time for the things that make you happy. So, I've been feeling kind of ho-hum, especially on days that I have to go to the office. And this day, there's a picture on the other side. Good, I have a date written. This day, I did make a point to go out at lunch. And I found a new thrift store that I went to. I think I bought one little thing. I spent $1, but it made me feel happy. So I'm going to make this into like a tuck at the bottom of this page. There. Okay. And I will go ahead and tuck my note in there. All right, moving on. So the picture here was from the 5th. Again, I'm not actually putting the pages together right now. Let's see. Yeah, so I got the bug to go thrifting, and I went out again at lunch. Now realize I brought my lunch with me. So I went to the Salvation Army. I don't know that I need the receipt, but keep it just in case I want to jot down what I wrote, what I bought. packed my lunch, but because I went out, I decided I didn't want my lunch. And so I went out and got some sushi, literally from Food Lion. Our Food Lion in town where I work has a really good sushi chef. So I'm just going to glue this on there. Oop, got the pin out. Left it out. There we go. Yep. And so today is just going to be about what can I put on my journal to get something on each of these pages. So I'm going to put this sushi. This was from the chopsticks that I picked up. I dropped my glue stick cap. And look I do want this little sticker. It's not a sticker, it's a cutout of sushi. So I'm just going to put it on wherever I can think. Wherever I think it looks good, I'll put it down at the bottom. Sushi. And let me leave that flapped up in case I want to put something up over there to cover that car. And then I also kept what kind of sushi I bought and how much it was. So this is cooked sushi. I don't do raw sushi from Food Lion. Sorry. This is just a sticker. Will it come off and stick on my page? I think that's why I put it on the bag. Oh, darn it. Well, it's not coming off now. I've had it on there too long, I guess. Let me try if I go slow. Be real kind and gentle to it. Talk pretty to it. Yeah, it's gonna work. It's stuck down right here though. Let's see. Whoops. Save that part. Come on. You can do it. There. And I think I will just pop it right there. Now, same kind of thinking. Do I want to find something to cover up the car? In which case, I'll have to do that now. This is from their flyer. I grabbed it on my way out of the door. Specifically for this logo. It's newspaper, but it'll be okay. It's for my journal. It'll probably fade or get yellowed or something. How about right there? Okay. Looks like I finished printing all my February pictures. Food Lion sushi. But I do have to find something for the back of this to cover up, because I do want to cover up that car somehow. I'll have to glue this back down. All right, I said I wasn't going to do it, but I've got to do it. I do have a whole pack of paper here. Also have an orange envelope. Hold on. Can I use this envelope? I can. All right. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But, oh, hold on. Maybe. No. No, I do have to glue it down because I'm trying to cover up the car. Okay. Orange envelope, which was in my stash for whatever reason. The stash being things I've thrown on my desk while I've been in and out of my craft room, not able to really get into my craft room and do anything. So I'm going to line it up with this sushi chopsticks. The chopsticks package. Sorry, I got distracted here trying to piece together this sticker that's stuck to itself now. Come on. There we go. I am really struggling with this sticker here. Okay, it's going to make it. It's going to be what it's going to be. All right, and now I can glue down this magazine cutout of the sushi. And I'll figure out what to do with that envelope later, even if I just don't do anything with it. We'll see. But I do need to get this photo back on here. And I had nothing on the 6th, so I'm just going to move on. Oh, this is the 7th, I believe. The whole thing is the 7th? Yes, so this whole spread is the 7th. I have a ton of stuff here. Let's see. I've gotten back into the habit of saving receipts. I thought I had stopped that. But, okay, so not much in regards to ephemera. It's just stuff I purchased. I bought some baskets to make the capsules, which I was pretty sure I could have found something at the house, but I liked these baskets and I was like, ooh, these would be good for baskets. There were 5 of them, the same size. And my thinking was, ooh, I can do like a whole quarter. Like right now I could do March, April, May, and maybe even June. So as I go through my spring stash, if I can't use it for March, maybe I'll put it in an April basket. Well, I didn't get that far. I don't need both of the tags. Not sure why I had 2 tags. Oh, yep, I bought a new pot. It's a pot. I have a induction stove and not a whole lot of pots work on it. So this actually had this attached to it and I took it off and put it back. Now I'm wondering, do I want to have this? It's one of those chains and it was on this. And then maybe I can attach it to here and have this as a tag. We went to Trader Joe's. Oh, and is this a time change? All right, let me make this. Let me not get sidetracked here. Make a little punch. Wish I had a smaller punch. Did I bring it here? Let me look in one more drawer. No, no, it's all the way across the room. Thought I had it out. That's all right. I'll just use this one. Here. Go right there. And then attach this. Now how I'm gonna attach this to my journal, I have no idea. Or maybe it's just gonna hang off somehow into a pocket. And okay, was the 7th the time change? Saturday. Well, we turned the clocks back Saturday night. No, forward. But we didn't feel the effects until, I think I had this whole conversation when I put that clock in there, until the next day. So I'm going to put the clock on the next day. And this is, I ordered some seeds from Burpee. And so I used this envelope that they came in as part of my asparagus is coming up now too. Look at that. This could be a little tuck pocket. Okay, it's going to be. Make this a little tuck. And then I'll have a space to tuck that. There's little tags of things I bought right in there. And then let's see the back of this stuff. So I could do some journaling here, or I could just glue this whole piece down, which I think is what I was going to do. Ooh, I bought some bells. I started a new collection of bells. So I want a picture. I haven't taken the picture of bells yet, but I want a picture because it's a new collection I'm starting, and it's for my garden. Bell collection photo. Oh, and my husband and I went out to dinner. So I'm not going to glue this down because I might really need this as some journaling. What does this say? Someday when I'm old. This is off the bag, the Trader Joe bag. Someday when I'm old. Oh, I do have some pictures that I need to print for this day. Let me finish the quote here. Someday when I'm old, I will look back on this moment as the happiest time of my life. Yep. It's always the case. I always do that when I look through old photos and things and think, oh, if only I could go back here and things were so much simpler or whatever the case. I think I'm going to write about that and use this as a journal prompt. That's the plan now. Whether I change my mind or not when I get back to this page is a different story. But I cut this off of the Trader Joe's bag for a reason. So there. And don't know that the asparagus is for this day because I didn't notice the asparagus coming up out of the ground until Sunday. So what was Sunday? I'm going to put the date on the back of this. Sunday, what is the date today? 17th, the 15th. 3:15. I'm gonna go back in that pile over there. Trader Joe's. Do I want this? Okay, so I know I have some photos of my husband that might go here. I can journal about this. And this may be, I don't know yet. And don't know if I need any of these receipts. Some of them I do. For instance, ooh, I went to the bookstore. See, okay, I'm just going to keep the receipts for now until I get back to the journaling. Did I have a paper clip? Yeah. So I'll have to keep that stuffed. And that did not stick down. I wonder if it needs some heavier glue. Try this. 1, 2. Okay. I probably shoved things in it too quickly. Didn't give it enough time to dry. So we'll see if that holds. But I'm going to go to the 8th. Let's see. I've got a bunch of stuff here too. Have you ever done a return at the dollar store? I've never done a return. Oh, here's another little flip. But you know what? I'm going to flip it to the other side. Because I don't know if I want it on that side. I won't cut that off yet in case I change my mind. Okay. And okay, so this is a page, the 8th and the 9th. We know the 8th was the time change. And I love this little quote. I am pieces of all the places I've been and the people I have loved. Love it. There's more. I've been stitched together by song, lyrics, book quotes, adventure, late night conversations, moonlight, and the smell of coffee. Isn't that a nice little journal card? So, I think I want to use it as a journal card, which means I need, a pocket. I don't know where my note is for the 9th. I wonder if that's where I left off. Let's see if I can find any of this. 12. Um, 11. I haven't shoved them in here. Here's the 9th. Okay. Okay. Phone sticker 219. Oh, that's for my February journal. Okay. What day of the week was the 9th? Monday, the 9th. Oh, they didn't have school. But I had to bring her to a band event. So, and okay, so I bought a new bird feeder on the 8th. And it's for these golden finches, which I have not been able to attract to my yard yet. But I just cut out a picture of a golden finch. This is from a magazine. And y'all, this is so sweet. My husband called me last week and he's like, "Hey, I am at the library with Bree, my granddaughter. She takes her tutoring there. And they have magazines for sale here. They're like 10 for $1 or something, or I forget what the price was." I said, "Oh, you're so sweet for thinking of me. Yes, I'd love a few magazines." He brought me an entire box of magazines. I mean, an entire box of magazines that's going to take me like 300 years to go through. But I did flip through one the other day and I found this golden finch out of it. So look at that, and it's going right in my journal. I'll have to remember that was actually last Tuesday. Did I even write that down in my notes? Let me see. I've got to, because I don't want to forget that. So, last Tuesday, the 10th, 310. Yep, okay, it's already written down. Good. And so I don't know what day I did this Dollar Tree return. Oh, well, I could look in the receipt, can't I? March 8th. I'm going to get rid of the receipt, but I'm going to jot a note down. I felt kind of silly doing a return at the dollar store, but oh well. All right, so the 8th, I have this clock and this bird. I do know I want to glue this down. Let's go ahead and get that done. Okay. Hopefully that will stick on this bag. I'm having trouble with getting things to stick on this bag. And then I want to... Oh, our air conditioner messed up on this day too. Is it too big? be. Okay, I'm going to trim it off a little bit more. I guess I just used these scissors. And glue it about right here, and then I'm sure there'll be a photo. Where's this clock? Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Get this glue down. All right, I wanted the little beak right up in the tip, in the corner of the page. Make sure it sticks down. Might as well just use this too. This clock. Maybe I'll do some lettering here about turning the clocks back. Okay. Come on. I'm trying to clean off or pull. The glue has got bunched up at that tip. I think I got it. All right. And then now I want some kind of pocket here. And do I need any of the lettering from this? What does this say? It says Finch bird feeder, screen feeder. Let's see if I have any fun. I haven't gone through my ribbon yet. All right. So I think I want to find some ribbon for that. So I'm going to put that there. And you know what I'm going to do with this? I'm going to go back to the front. Let me put something in there. I can't do that. And I'm going to cut a square out from here. Oh, well, look, these are squares right here. Oh, it's this Niger seed. There we go. I may save that and cut some of those birds out. But let me get this on my scrap a day. There we go. Okay. And that was the 9th, the 10th. So I think I'm just going to, I think I haven't stuffed anything. So here's the 10th. Here's the 11th and the 12th. The 13th. And I went to a fiber festival with my daughter on the 13th. I've never been to a fiber festival. I did not even know it existed, but it's like all different kinds of yarns. She does weaving. And so she was there to buy some specialty yarns, but you could buy undyed yarn. You could like literally sheared right off of the sheep. Um, they had all the animals there. They had all kinds of things. I actually bought some wool to try and do. Have you heard of felting? Felting, you make different things. So, I bet you it's in this stash. So they had a demo, and I made a cute little heart, felted heart. And I was like, well, this is fun. You get to literally stab things. So although I promised my husband I wouldn't come back with another hobby, I think I did. I haven't actually tried it yet. I just bought a lot of different colored wools. And we'll just see if I get a chance. Maybe something I can do down at the camper. We'll see. But in any case, here's the fiber. Now look at those colors. Okay, so you see where I'm going with that. All right, the 13th. I know I like that nest. I know I have some pictures from this day, but this can just be part of the background. I wish it was tall enough to go full length. I wonder, what if that were a belly band? And then, oh dear, what time is it? No, okay, it's not time for my granddaughter to be home. All right, I know I have some pictures. I have that cut out for the 13th. But in here, I do. Here is the cute little heart, felted heart. Oh, well, it didn't stay felted for whatever reason. There. It's done now. I'm going to put this in here somehow. What did I say? What if this were a belly band? This needs to be on a card, like a pull. All right. Now, how am I going to attach this? Because this is very thick. I'll use one of these. Yeah, and that's just magazine. I can't clip it. That can't go in the journal, but I know where I want to put that. So Friday the 13th, and then here's 14, 15, 16, and today's the 17th. Yay! And then all of this should be from that Fiber Fest. Yes, it is. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? Put it back in this bag. And there's stuff from the next day too. What day did I say I wanted to put this on? The 15th. There's the 15th. We colored my granddaughter's hair. The purple she had in her hair faded terribly, and she wanted to go back to her natural color. We did that the 14th or the 15th. The 14th. We did that here. Where did it go? 314. Okay. And you're never going to believe what I did. So every year I bake my daughter biscotti, chocolate chip biscotti. This is the wrapper, the top part of the wrapper from the mini chocolate chips that I bought. And I knew I was going to put that recipe in my recipe stories journal, and which I'm still planning to, but I did not take a picture of the biscotti. So I actually made the biscotti. I think it couldn't have been this day. It couldn't have been that day. I made it this day, I think. Yeah, that was a bad day. Did I make it this far ahead? No, I really think I made it. Oh, yeah, right here, made biscotti. I'm going to do something. I'm not going to keep this stapled, but I don't want it to. I want to write about, you doofus. You made the biscotti. You knew you wanted to take a picture, and you didn't take a picture. So, live and learn. All right, this whole bag is for the 13th. This is part of stuff I want for my garden. And then, oh, these are, I wanted this for certain days. And then this was the scrap exchange that I went to on the 14th, which is right here. So almost. It was when I went downtown. I had my lunch downtown. Nope. Yep, here it is. Right here. I don't know, I might need something else from that. What is this? Oh, that's when I mailed Melissa's pocket letter. What day was this? The 5th. All the way back here to the 5th. Just pop that in. And little Washington. It's over here. Okay. And then these are for the scrap a day. This is for my garden. Oh my goodness, I have so much stuff in here. I didn't know whether I wanted to use this or this. That can go in there. And then I ordered some lures from my niece, and they came yesterday, I believe. Right here. Along with that. Well, this was Sunday. Okay. All right. I think I'm stuffed like I'm supposed to be. And so my next step here will be to print the pictures that I have already. So I am going to sign off and get myself a little bit more organized. And let's see. I'm going to put this in here too. And then this is going to go in my scrap, well, like collage drawer, which I have an idea for that as far as a video goes. Oh, this too. This was yesterday. Not yesterday, Sunday is 15th. Right? Yep. This little lip is getting in the way. Okay. All right. So I hope you enjoyed helping me get caught up in my March journal. And I did get few little things glued down. Got this scrap a day page started, and got everything stuffed in, ready to go. So next time will be some actual journaling. So, okay, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.